Hey, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the Carter James Ranch channel. October 18th. Running around tonight doing some chores. Oh, let me flip you around and show you this beautiful tree. Fall's here. All right, hey, we're going to run down and fill up the cattle mineral, and then we need to go feed the dogs for the night. I haven't been on in a little bit here. Been pretty busy 2 weeks hauling hay. Boy, that's one thing I never envisioned getting into cattle and livestock would be the amount of time it takes to do some of this stuff. So I've got a lot of respect for people who've been doing this for a lot of years. I mean, I don't even cut the hay or bale the hay. I'm just going and picking up hay that I bought and hauling it back to the ranch, getting prepped for the winter time. And man, it's brutal. It's brutal how much time it takes. So, but it's good, you know, getting ready for the winter time, and drought here continues to rage on. 17 inches for the year of rain. Today they said we had a 65% chance of rain, and absolutely nothing fell. So it's just brutal. Kind of getting a little scary in the sense that we're running out of grass. Not much regrowth. I got a lot of hay, and it's a good thing I do, because we're probably going to be starting to feed it here in the next 2 weeks. So it's going to be a long 5 months. So not really ideal, but I guess in ag you got to do what you got to do, especially with animals. So we're going to fill up some cattle mineral, and then we're going to run around and check on the dogs and the sheep. So come on, let's see what's going on. Good morning. Out here at daybreak the following day. So yesterday I was going to give the cattle mineral. I was totally planning on doing a lot of evening chores, bringing you along for the ride. And when I got down to the cattle pasture, you can actually see right towards the very end of that clip, I kind of look out to the pasture a few times, and I saw we had a cow laying down, and we are expecting one more calf this fall. And so I thought that might have been cow number 4227. Maybe she was in labor. And she was out there a ways, but I thought, boy, her leg kind of looks like it's sticking straight out. And I said, that's not good. So I walked over there and found a dead cow. So it was number 1858. So I don't know what happened. I saw him a few hours earlier, maybe around 12:30. I was checking on their water, and everyone in the herd was good. Came back about 6 when I got back home from hauling hay, and found her deceased. So that's a real bummer. Had to mention to the vet, one thing I've been talking to the vet about, there's a shot I guess you can give the animals for anaplasmosis, I believe it's called. That can be transported through ticks. And that specific cow, a month ago when we took her calf in to be dehorned, we vaccinated her for anaplas. It's called, I guess, the short version. And I don't know, 4 weeks later she just up and died. But beautiful pre-dawn here, out with the sheep. So that's a bummer. So I had to deal with that. I'm not great at shooting stuff live, and I had to get her out of there. I didn't want the coyotes coming in where we have the calves and stuff if she was there. So I needed to mess around with her last night. So, but it's one of the things that happens. But I need to do a little investigative research with the vet and see if I mean, she was only 6 years old, so this was not like she was a really old cow. So really bummed about that. So, but hey, I'll flip you around here. We're out here with the sheep this morning. Let the guard dogs out, meaning the puppies. Honey and Coda stay out all night with them, but we haven't let the little ones out. Hey Mac, hey Indy. Oh, good dogs. Good boy. Mac's a good little boy. He tends to just kind of fall on his back. He wants belly rubs. Good boy. Good boy. Good girl, Indy. So they seem to be doing really well. All the sheep are doing well. I've spoken before. Drought still continues here. The morning of October 19th, still at 17 inches of rain. I think we're basically done with growing grass this year. It's been ugly from that standpoint. Typically we get 38, 40 inches of rain. My weather app is calling for some, hey honey, Hey honey, you might get some growling action here. Sometimes she doesn't like how the pups jump. Indy, no. I'm gonna move away from that. Yeah, the drought situation is not great. Can't see the grass here. Decent grass in this little paddock, but we're down to probably maybe a week's left of grass here at the home place until we have to start feeding hay. I have underestimated how much these sheep do eat. If you look online, there's a lot of people out there that say, oh, you can have 6 to 7 sheep per acre. And I know that's a blanket statement. It kind of depends on how good your grass is. This year we're in a bad drought. That might be true out here in Kansas if we're getting adequate rain, but when we've got an inch of rain in the last 40-45 days, it's just looking at where we were 3 weeks ago. I mean, there is just no regrowth at all, so not great. You can't see our pond real well in the early morning here, but 4-acre pond, got some, probably 50-60 foot beaches on the one side of it. We probably lost a quarter of the pond of water. It's real shallow on the right side. On the left side, that's where the dam is, much deeper, but I've never seen it this low. In 2018 when we moved here, we were in a little bit of a drought just that year, and there were some 20 feet of beaches, but now we're 50-60 feet of beaches on the west side, so it's pretty bad. But I would say honestly, sheep per acre conservatively is probably more like two sheep per acre. I feel like when you Google search it, it says, oh, you can have 6 to 7 sheep per acre. That's why they're touted as good small acreage ruminants. But I don't know if the drought this year is just really throwing that average off. But yeah, we definitely could not have 6 to 7 sheep per acre. Yeah, it's just not very good this year. So anyhow, we'll go over and visit the South Pole herd here in a little bit. And the one thing about that, going back to the cow that died 1858, she actually had a calf at the end of August. So she had a heifer calf. So I'm a little nervous. Nervous isn't the right word. Just unsure how she will do. So she's 45 days and she's grown quite a bit. She's grazing, but I don't know how she'll do. So I'll need to keep an eye on her. So all a part of ranching and livestock. Sometimes you have death, and good to find out as much as you can about it. But sheep are out grazing. Got to move them today. Keep them moving as much as we can. And the dogs are good. Honey's being real needy this morning. Hey, girl. I think she gets a little jealous sometimes when the pups want a lot of attention. But they're all doing pretty well. So, all right, we'll check in with the South Poles here in a little bit. Back over here at the back of the Carter James Ranch, getting the cattle filled up on water for the day. Got number 30's calf here. He's a steer. He'll go into the meat program. We got a couple of the heifers. This is our only South Pole heifer that was born this year in the front. Number 96's calf, and then this girl was born. She was born last year. So over here in the back, and as you can see, sunrise, beautiful sunrise this morning. Getting our hay organized back here. Starting to load the hay around different places here in the ranch. We're storing a lot of it back here. Going to try to feed a lot in this back pasture this next year, and then in the pasture over near the church. I don't know if you can see it because of the sun. We're lining up some hay bales over there along the fence. So got a lot of brome hay. This hay right here is what I got out of Westphalia. This is oat hay. So I bought a little over 50 bales to try that out. Real high in protein content. So talk to folks, they say it's good January, February when it's really cold out. So gives the animals a lot of energy. So we'll try it. So just been dumping it here. Like I said, the amount of time it takes to haul hay, just been dumping it. I need to spend about an hour or two over here organizing it and getting it put where it needs to go. So hopefully get to that here in the next couple days. I'd probably say today's Thursday. I probably got Thursday, Friday, Saturday hauling 3 or 4 loads a day that's about all I can do with giving my morning stuff. Today I got to go pick up a steer from the processor. So just lots of stuff to do. So I wanted to show you some of our forage over here with the South Poles. So here is, I do want to point this out. See all this tall ragweed right here? We bale grazed this last winter. I mean, we just set a bale here and let the cattle eat it down, and just tons of ragweed came up. So we do have some grass in here, but it's difficult for the grass to grow and the ragweed grows like that. Also wanted to point out, we did it, another bale right there. You can see real tall ragweed, so hasn't turned out real great. So that's why I do like rolling it out. But we do have some decent grass over here still. The South Poles, I think being a smaller framed animal, they are just more efficient. Maybe they don't eat as much grass. The Wagyu are a much bigger animal, and so they tend to eat a lot more. But so I just pointed out to you 96's calf. That's the mama cow. This was her heifer from last year, so she's had 2 heifers in a row, so which is great. And those are not out of Comanche. Those are out of the bull from the farm where I bought them. So Comanche will try to breed both of them. I've been checking on number 30 right here. She has kind of sunk in on me a little bit. She's not looking great. When I bought her a year ago, she's kind of sunk in and then got real, and she fattened up. But doing all right, girl? Yeah, you see how sunk in she is? I don't know if she's got, I don't know what her deal is, but her mom was like that. 634, we lost her a while ago. She died. But you know, she's, look at her tail. She's been having a lot of kind of diarrhea stuff, so I need to, I don't know what's going on with her. She's got something going on, so I need to treat her. We're having the vet out on Monday to do some work with the guard dogs, and so I'll talk to them about her, see what we need to do. But everyone else is doing really well. Let's go check on Comanche over here. But yeah, I just think the South Poles are real efficient on the grass. They stay fat. Here's another spot where we bale. Well, I don't know if we bale graze or there's just a chunk of hay that was here, but you can see big old ragweed coming up. So I see things on YouTube. Here's another spot where we bale grazed. Tons of ragweed. I don't know if it's a 2-year thing. People say, oh, bale grazing is great for growing grass. I've heard other people say, you want to grow grass, don't bale graze, because you'll get this. Now we'll see what happens in the coming years. But I do like rolling it out. It seems like they eat more of it. There's a little bit of waste just from a feed standpoint. But here's Comanche. Morning, boy. How you doing? Oh, he's just like walking up and letting him smell me, get a little lick, touch his face, and I let him be. But he's looking pretty healthy. He's doing well. And whenever I'm over here, I always like to go say hi to my girls, Belle and Bree. Belle, Bree. Done a little bit of video with them. They are always together. Always. So they're part of the herd, kind of not. They're kind of like, this is not meant to be a negative comment, but it's like when I was growing up 20, 30 years ago. I played sports in high school, and we'd have some homeschool kids come. Nice kids, great kids. Always a little different socially. I don't know if it's because they weren't socialized as much. Great with adults. Now I know there's lots of enrichment programs that really helps kids get out and be more, but I kind of joke that Belle and Bree are like my 2 homeschooled kids. They're great with me. They almost don't act like cows sometimes. Hey, girl. But they're coming along. They're doing well. Good morning. Good morning. How are you? Yeah, she's rubbing on me on the back here. So Yep, they always like to say hello. Say hi to everybody. Tell everyone how you're doing. I'm getting so close I can't even film them. Those are my two girls right there. So, all right, from a beautiful morning here at the back of the Carter James Ranch. Everyone's kind of grazing. I need to move them later today. Licking my jeans. So, love these little gals. So, thanks a lot for watching, everybody. Just another day in the life of ranching. So, busy day. Hauling hay today. Going picking up that steer. And just doing the day today. One thing my wife mentioned this morning on that cow that died, I need to go look. She was wondering if she might have eaten a hedge apple and might have suffocated. So I need to go. I didn't recall seeing anything in her throat, but it was getting kind of dark when I found her. So I need to go investigate that. So that's a possibility this time of year. Hedge apples fall. Sometimes the cattle try to eat them, and they can get stuck in their throat and they suffocate. So, all right, folks. Thanks for watching. God bless, and we'll see you next time.